Greetings, everyone, and I'm here today, to support and to speak on behalf of a gentleman that years back I met in prison. But before I get into the story, Bashir Muhammad Jordan was a man that I've heard of and I've seen and was talked about in the prisons. And I get the pleasure to see that he's out and he's got this organization running in Atlanta. And within this organization, they got a book, Letters to Our Sons. And it's going to be released as a part of Black History Month. And it's going to speak of this incredible time that's happening and unique process that's happening here in the streets and in different states across the country with the credible messengers, with the restorative justice, and these type of returning citizens coming into the community and wanted to tell their story. And Letters to Our Son is a unique book that's going to have different point of views and different stories that could help our young adults and our young men from the fathers and the people who at time committed the harm and found the remedy and the answer in themselves as they're doing their time and sentences. And they're sending this word out. And they want this message to reach, right? Me and Clinton Lacey call it credible messengers. Others call it, big brothers. Others call it, family and community. And that's what Brother Bashir is trying to give in this message and in this book, where Brothers to a Son, along with all the connections and the people he's been talking about, this unique process of credible messengers being us, the guys that you used to call the leopard, the sick one, the crazy one, the behavioral problem kid. After the draconian sentence of 22 years, when you charge as a youth and you go behind that wall in the feds and you do 20 years and you come home, we got a story and we got letters for our sons. And we want to share it through this book and these experiences. And in that, I want to say it was when me and Brother Bashir met, it was funny because I was in Leavenworth. I was just coming. It's 1998. And I caused a turmoil through the whole federal system. Yeah, I'm that dude. Good, bad. It was just, I'm controversial, right? I preach change. I preach movement. And when you're a gang leader, that's not what you're supposed to preach. And that sometimes make people uncomfortable in different power groups. And when I got to Leavenworth, the move was on. And me and Brother Bashir talked through the cells, and he already was telling me the poison that someone was spreading to the population. And they not only did it amongst my own family, they were doing it amongst the whites, the skinheads, and other power groups. So it would be like I was facing one army coming to me, but every group had a reason to hate me, to get at me. And that's prison. That's Leavenworth. Go study Leavenworth, 100-year prison. And there's some bad boys up in that joint for the history. It's been open since the Civil War. So anyway, Brother Bashir heard my story, and he like, you talking peace and all this? And then he got in the movement. When that movement was being done, he said, hold up to everybody. Y'all ready to do something on the word of a man that it could come back to you? Because if this ain't true, Brother Tone got the right to bring it back at you. And what I hear, and from my studies and hearing the letters and the things of the street of the history of Tone, Antonio Fernandez, known as King Tone in New York City, that man was stopping wars. He was helping. He wasn't the problem. He was a problem solver before Cure Violence and all these other methods were coming out. Clinton Lacey and other men were doing it in a different way with different names. In Rikers Island, Clinton Lacey as a teacher and empowering young adults. Brother Bashir, in every prison he went, through the teaching of Islam and doing the discipline and showing brothers not to go in there and get life. And to show power groups that we don't have to become what the feds and the captains and the guards told us we were, savages. We built our own system and we stopped in Leavenworth wars and problems within the groups by uniting ourselves. and creating safe spaces for power groups. So that's where it has a base and a start and a story. That's in there, in Livingworth, with Brother Bashir and many more, Brother Tone and Anton, and I can name hundreds of brother. Pistol Pete's father, and other great stories. These people want to write letters and tell you the true story of being in the Fed, that gangster story, that America gangster story, all that shit about we got in the feds. Don't confuse that the federal penitentiary is the same way it was in the 1960s when it was Italians and whites in there. It's not the same place. There's no pool tables. There's no pools. There's no smoking. There's black and Latinos and immigrants in there now. Wake up, fools. Ain't nobody getting none in there, so don't fool yourself. And that's what Letters to Our Son is pushing, that we got a solution. We've created the penicillin through Lacey with the Credible Messenger. We Grow Up, Grow Out, and safe spaces for power groups. And now Brother Bashir with Letters to Our Sons. No one person got the remedy. We learned that a community united has got a penicillin and called Returning Citizens that could help this violence. We are the cure. And that's what Brother Bashir is spreading through this fundraiser. So please donate, help, buy the book. And all you rappers and all you people in this industry, this ain't about business. This is about life-saving situations in our community. So thank you, Brother Bashir. We here, Grow Up, Grow Out. Antonio Fernandez, Clinton Lacey. The movement's here. Thank you.